so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now.
Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Kristen, and today I'm going to be doing some farmhouse DIYs with stencils. This company, A Maker Studio, reached out to me and wanted to send me some of their stencils. They have like a mesh adhesive stencil. They are super fun to use. So let's just jump right into the DIYs. If you guys want to check them out, I will leave links in the description box below, and let's go. Alright, before I get started, I just want to show you what A Maker's Studio sent me. This is not a sponsored video. They just wanted me to try out their products and test them out and let you guys know what I thought of them. I chose this sheep stencil along with these farm animals, and these are an adhesive stencil, but you can reuse them. And they also sent me their chalk art. Their chalk art paint is a very thick paint, and you use a spreader to go along their stencils. So their stencils are a mesh stencil, and it's adhesive, and when I just wash them off with water, the stickiness comes back. I don't know how it works, but they sent me a few colors, and right now I'm just going to be using the white. It is called Peace and Joy, and I definitely want to use these in other DIY projects as well, but this is just what I started out with. So this sign was only $1 at a garage sale. Obviously somebody started making a craft, and it obviously did not work in their favor because they were selling it for $1, and some of the snowflakes were broken off of it. So I just took my sander and I'm sanding everything down so I can paint over the top of this. And I didn't have to sand everything down 100% because I was just going in with some chalk paint to paint over it anyways. This is the color Hurricane Gray by Dixie Belle, and I absolutely love their chalk paint. It is incredible. It's amazing, and I definitely highly recommend this chalk paint as well. So all I'm doing is going over the top of this and painting the whole entire board this gray color. And then once that was all done, I decided to use another basket that I got from a garage sale as well. This was only $1, and I thought this was super cute, and I just had to have it because I thought it'd be super cute on a sign, of course, and that is definitely what I'm going to be doing with it right now. And to paint this, I'm just using the Dixie Belle paint once again in the color Fluff.
I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down.
Now I'm just going to use the sheep stencil. So I had kind of an issue with this to start with. So I definitely actually highly recommend you test this out on something else just to make sure you know what you're doing, because when I ripped it off, I was like, wow, okay, I have never used something like this before. So it took me a couple times to get it right. You're going to see me lift this up just a little bit. This is what I'm using. I think this is the second time I did this. It took me a couple times. It took me 2 times. I'm not going to lie. So all you have to do is take the chalk art paste. I'm going to call it a paste. I know it's not exactly what it's called, but that's just what it kind of reminds me of. And you go over the top of the stencil with your spreader, and then you can wipe off all the excess, which is kind of cool because you think that you only get these really tiny jars of paint, but it really seriously goes a long ways. You could probably do like 20 or 30 of these stencils and still have some left over. And that's me guessing. That's not like 100%. Like, don't quote me on that. So nobody quote me on that, but I feel like that you could definitely get that or maybe even more. So you're going to see I lifted it up. And I just kept adding more, and then I kind of just pushed it down with the spreader. And then eventually I ended up actually taking my finger and just using that. So if you don't have a spreader, you don't have something like that, you can just use your finger. No big deal. So finally I got that done, and then I'm just going to take my basket and hot glue my basket to the sign.
Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me. No, nothing can break me.
And just to give it some color, I'm just adding this boxwood greenery from Walmart.
Look at the beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. my troubles to rest. Blow the smoke through my cigarette. City lights looking fine, and I know this is my time now. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive.
Their little sign was from a garage sale for $1, and I just sanded off the cow. Nothing too exciting. I didn't show the sanding process because you already know what me sanding looks like. So I don't know. I always think that those are just unnecessary. So using the farm animals, I just cut them apart because you definitely want to cut them apart because you don't want them to look silly like how they were when they were together. But I'm going to do a farm fresh eggs with this little chicken or this rooster. Roosters or chickens. I totally get it. So I definitely know. And then I am just going to use the Peace and Joy chalk art once again. And this one turned out the first time around. I didn't have to redo it twice. Definitely if you use this, just be a little careful when you go around your words. Just because I don't know, it kind of smears around the edges. Although it does come off really nice if you have like a super wet paper towel or a wet rag. It comes off really easy, and you're going to see that in a little bit that I had to wipe something completely off because I made it crooked. But like I said, this sign turned out perfect.
It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me.
So another $1 sign. This was not my style, so I did end up painting it white around the edges, and then I ended up putting the chalkboard adhesive on the center. And I didn't show you a huge how I did this just because I had a heck of a time cutting straight. My hands are so shaky that I just kept cutting everything crooked, and it was just driving me nuts, and I didn't want to show all of it because it was just taking forever. And I just really want to show you this, like how easy this is to make this cow. Look at that. Clean and crisp, super cool. I did end up redoing the top a couple times because I wanted to try out the blue that they sent me, and I just didn't like the color. Maybe because I just love the white and black, so I end up redoing that, just using white and black. These flowers came from Goodwill, and they also came from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to put them on the bottom to make this just a little more, so you can't tell that I messed up with the chalkboard adhesive. I am not a wallpaper or adhesive person, so I was so glad and so happy that this sign turned out in the end. I don't even know what kind of leaves these are. These remind me of the leaves, the money trees. My grandma used to have them in her front yard and used to like pull them apart and then pick out the little seeds out of the center. I don't know. Let me know if you guys ever played with those when you're younger or grow them now. And then I just ripped apart the Dollar Tree floral piece just for these cute little center decor pieces. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I think it's about time to end the video. But that's it, you guys. If you liked this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, I would love if you hit that subscribe button down below. I will also leave a link to a maker's studio so you guys can check out their products. These were super fun. They're stencils. Everybody loves stencils. So I definitely want to try them out and let you guys know. And they're super fun to use. And they're reusable, which is even better. And they wash right off perfect. And with their adhesive. They have adhesive backing. So you don't need tape and all that extra jazz. But yep, that's it. See you in the next one. Bye!
Drive a faster car. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be